Hey guys, it's me again, and this time I'm going to show you how to pollinate passion flower plants. And I think, strictly speaking, you don't have to do this, but I definitely noticed an increase in production when I started doing this. So different passion fruit flowers are different. And I might do a video on Frederick later when Frederick starts to bloom. But the important thing to notice is that there are male parts of the flower and female parts. So the female parts are these three long pieces that end in like a little pinhead type shape, and the male parts are these other parts that are like sort of long and yellow, and they have the pollen on their surface. So the name of the game is going to be to pluck out one of the long yellow things with pollen, take it to another flower, and rub the pollen on the female parts. So I'm going to do that now. Oh, unfortunately it broke. That sometimes happens. So I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of challenging the ability of the zoom lens, but it has little fine particles of pollen on it. Of course, if you are prone to allergies, you might want to wear gloves, and definitely make sure to not breathe the pollen if you're prone to allergies, because that will not be good. So I'm now at another flower, and I'm going to apply the pollen to the female part of the flower. So it's kind of hard to do when I'm using one hand to hold my phone to show you. But basically you just want to sort of rub it on there, get it on there really good. Don't be stingy. I mean, basically the flower has like 6 of the pollen producing parts and only 3 of the female parts, so you can afford to be generous with your pollen. So sometimes, depending on how new the flower is, the pollen won't be very exposed. Like, let me see if I can show you over here. It's again challenging the ability of my zoom lens. But basically sometimes, okay, this one is actually quite open, but sometimes the pollen, like you'll pluck one of these little male parts and you'll feel like there's not a lot of pollen on there, and the reason is that like it hasn't actually opened a little layer that's on top that exposes the pollen. So the thing to do there is to just wait. That just means the flower is too new and it hasn't sort of exposed its pollen yet. Sometimes I come back later in the evening if I had a flower that was like that, and I will then do a pollination step. I find it very relaxing. It gives me some time to spend some time in the backyard among the flowers, and yeah, it's increases production, which is always great. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.